Hello, I'm the 10-minute English teacher. Let's get you exam ready. Today we're thinking about Macbeth by William Shakespeare, and I'm going to be providing you with a guide to Act 2. Before we move on, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's plenty on the channel for you to help you to revise, and lots more to come. Okay, so Macbeth Act 2, let me take you through all the significant moments in the act. In front of you now are 6 images. Each one of those relates to a significant moment in Act 2, and by the end of this video, you should be able to recall exactly what happens in Act 2. Act 2 starts with Macbeth and Banquo speaking about the witches. It's late at night and they're in conversation. Macbeth says that he doesn't give any thought to the witches, but he would like to talk more about them at some point, so he hasn't completely forgotten about them. Banquo leaves and Macbeth wrestles with his conscience and he's filled with dread and sees a vision of a dagger. "Is this a dagger I see before me?" he says. Macbeth then tells Lady Macbeth that he's killed the king. That happens off stage. He's done as he's been instructed, and he's also killed Duncan's guards so that they can blame the murder on them. Macbeth is covered in blood and riddled with guilt. "Will all great Neptune's ocean wash the blood clean from my hand?" he asks, looking on his blooded hands. We've then got a scene involving the porter. There's a knocking at the doors to the castle, and he jests about being the gatekeeper of hell, which helps to emphasise the scale of what the Macbeths have done. Latecomers Lennox and Macduff are let in. They say that the night has seemed strange and unruly, which is there to signify the idea that order has been disrupted by Macbeth's killing of King Duncan. Macduff returns, having found the king dead, and panic ensues and everyone wakes up. Macbeth then explains what's happened, and he breaks the news to Duncan's sons, Malcolm and Donalbain. He uses quite poetic language to do so, which looks rehearsed and might be a reason for Macduff becoming suspicious. He's a lot more direct and straight to the point when he speaks to Malcolm and Donalbain. Macbeth has killed the guards and placed the blame on them. Malcolm and Donalbain quietly decide to flee to England and Ireland respectively to make it less easy for their father's killer to take their lives too. By disappearing, Macbeth's able to implicate them in the killing of King Duncan. Macduff then speaks with Ross, his cousin and another nobleman, about King Duncan's killing. The blame lies on the guards who Macbeth killed, and Duncan's sons look as if they were involved, having now fled. They speak about unnatural acts taking place after Duncan's death. His horses are said to have run away, and it's rumoured that they ate each other in the woods. And this image serves to signify that the great chain of being has been disrupted and that the world is in chaos. So the great chain of being is a Jacobean idea that we have God, and then angels, and then the king, and then subjects, and then you've got the animal kingdom right the way down to sludge. So the idea that Macbeth has killed King Duncan has disrupted that natural order, and that's sort of reflected by the chaos that is taking place outside of the castle. Act 2 ends with us finding out that Macbeth is to be king. So at the end of that conversation between Ross and Macduff, Macduff tells his cousin that Macbeth is to be crowned king in a place called Scone. Macduff is going home to Fife. He doesn't give reasons for not attending the coronation, but it raises suspicion his not being there. And there's an opposition between Macduff and Macbeth that's beginning to become apparent. Okay, in order to take it further, here are those key images from Act 2. You should now be able to take a moment to recall and write down exactly what happened to make sure that you are completely confident with the key events in Act 2. Okay, check out the other videos on my channel. I'll continue to add content. Feel free to ask for something you'd like to see me cover in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and keep revising.